Welcome to week 9 of Against the Spread. I'm Drew Livingstone. That's Cam Stewart. And Cam, big week for you last week. Maybe not the greatest week, but you beat me. You beat producer Tommy Tiebreaker. And because of that, I'm eating this nasty banana with the skin. We were going to do the toothpaste and the Oreo thing, but we were advised that it's actually not healthy to swallow a teaspoon of toothpaste. You may have to seek medical help. So I didn't know if I wanted to
with
risk
Oreos too.
Yeah.
An ice cream, an Aquafresh sandwich, not good for business. Hey, Drew, did we get the memo? How we do in the golf tournament? We look like our team. We won the scramble. We didn't even talk.
Did we win? I don't think we win, actually.
Actually, no. The way the picks are going, we finished dead last. But we're there for the free dinner. Honestly, we didn't.
We were in a golf tournament together. I remember you and Gabe just cheering in front of me. You were in the group in front of me. That was a good.
Oh, the one that I had the blisters and had sunstroke and almost died. Yeah, that was fun.
But you pounded like 4 steaks after. It was pretty good.
Yes, I did.
All right. Well, Cam, last week the Minnesota Vikings screwed us. I actually had a pretty successful betting week outside of the spreads on this show because the Pittsburgh Steelers money line did me some heavy favors, but those Minnesota Vikings made it a not so great week. It could have been a very, very, very lucrative week for us, Cam.
Yeah, no, I agree. Minnesota was one of our top plays, and that's what happens in the NFL. It was kind of a freak ending to that game. I can't believe they actually lost the game. Just the luck of Dallas they had, but that's the way the things are happening. Like you look at Kansas City this year with tipped balls, and they can't seem to get it right and cover numbers. But hey, man, it's been tough. Start of the year, Drew, we're on fire, and now it's a battle. It's really hard. I'm looking at these games, and it's really hard for a game to jump out because my mind's all twisted. It's tough, man. Picking against the spread, winners, that's easy. Yeah. Picking against the spread every week, it's tough, man, because these guys do a great job.
And last week, Cam, in our Survivor pool, I said I don't like taking the Cincinnati Bengals. You told me not to do it. You took alarm bells are going off. I said 80% of the public are on the Bengals. It means I shouldn't be picking them. Tom can flip back to that clip right now and show it. I think I gotta fall for the trap known as the Cincinnati Bengals. I think that's my only option.
Ooh,
I don't like it though.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Anyway, Bengals will win. Jets can't win outright, can they?
I've seen crazier things happen, Cam.
Me too.
I've seen crazier things happen, Ken.
But yeah, I'm out of Survivor now. You win that pool, and now moving on. You can share your Survivor pick to keep the viewers alive, but I will not be sharing mine because I no longer have that ability. All right, game 1, yes. Thursday Night Football. The Jets going to Indianapolis. The Colts laying 10.5 at home. A big letdown spot from the Colts last week. What was that interception by Carson Wentz? And then Mike White and the Jets beat the Bengals. Do we get that Jets team or do we get a new Jets team? Where are you leaning in this one?
I got to be honest with you. This game is tough. I want to take the Jets, but that line's just telling me to take Indianapolis. Drew, I can't believe they could have put their foot on Tennessee's throat in that game and gone up 21-0, and they did. And the minute they let Tennessee back in the game, things got very difficult for them. Here's the deal. I like Mike White and the Jets. I thought it was a great performance, but beating the Bengals, feeling good about themselves after 1 week. I think Indianapolis wins this game by 2 touchdowns. The spread's 10.5. Give me the Indianapolis Colts. It's hard to lay down 10.5 with Carson Wentz, but this feels like a publicly bet underdog, and those are usually really bad sides to be on. So I'll take the horseshoe and hope for good luck this week.
I'm going to go with you on the Colts as well, Cam. I don't trust Mike White on a short week. The Jets coaching staff on a short week against Frank Reich and the Colts. I mean, they see Derrick Henry go down with injury, and they can see the division is now back up for grabs. Yeah, they're 3 games back, but they want to put their foot on the Jets this week and just win by 2 touchdowns. I think it'll be a pretty easy victory. But then again, when Carson Wentz is throwing jump pass, pick sixes from his own 5-yard line in the fourth quarter, anything can happen. So I'll be crossing my fingers and toes watching that football game. I probably won't even be betting on it if we're being honest. All right, the Denver Broncos going to the Dallas Cowboys.
We bet every game.
Spread,
Come on. Yes.
The Cowboys laying 10. Broncos on the road. The Broncos are a team. They lose to good football teams. They beat bad football teams. Is Dak Prescott playing? And that makes the Cowboys a good football team. It looks like he will play. If you want me to go first on this one, I think I'm leaning the Cowboys because Denver can't beat good football teams. So where are you going?
Yeah, I'm going with the Cowboys. I don't like the spread.
No,
now that it's at 10 points. The 8.5, I would have felt a little bit better about that, even getting a 9 or a 10 as a push. But now it's 10 flat. I like Dallas. Here's the thing. That game against Minnesota, kudos to them. They just keep on winning and winning and winning. This is good news, though. They can actually seal up the division pretty early if they keep up this winning streak, right, Drew? So, in Denver, they've gotten rid of Von Miller. They've gotten rid of a couple other guys, trade deadline. They're basically stripping things for draft picks, which they should do because they're not a good enough team. And now that Kansas City's starting to falter, Denver could look at the future of these guys and they can get a little bit closer. And the Chargers aren't as good as everyone thought they were. Give me the Dallas Cowboys. I don't like this game at all, man. I tell you, these lines makers, they do a great job because if it was like 10 or 11, maybe leaning Denver, I think it's going to be right on the number. Cowboys by 13, barely cover.
Yeah, I think it's going to be close as well. Well, not close because I think they're going to cover, but I think, like you said, it'll be 10-13. And yeah, when speaking about those Vikings against the Cowboys, it's just Kirk Cousins in prime time. Apparently, he forgets how to play football. We need to keep that in mind for our future bets. All right,
Yes.
Same side. Now, the Raiders going to New York to take on the Giants, laying 3 on the road. You can start this one off because this game is gross. Like, everything's telling me to pick the Raiders, but where are you going?
I'm not going with the Raiders here. The New York Football Giants, I know Kansas City had a lot of mistakes in that game, but yeah, like I looked at the Raiders, I'm like, now they got to win by 3. Nah, not really. It's just one of those games, Drew. These are tough. We don't just pick like 3 games that we like we're picking the whole board here, but I think the Giants are the play. Their last home game, I know they usually don't play well at the Meadowlands, but they beat Carolina outright in that game. The Raiders are very inconsistent as a football team. They got a lot of problems that they're dealing with now. I hate this game, but I lean Giants. I think the Giants can actually win this game. So they're getting 3 points. It's going to be a tight one, Drew. Not a very good game, but give me the G-Men.
I'm going to go with the Raiders just because they got the better quarterback, probably the better coach. Joe Judge might be the worst coach in football. I mean,
He could be.
What is that offense? The offense, they should have beat KC. And those play calls just like, okay, everyone runs straight. Everyone runs straight.
Hi, I'm Jason Garrett. I still have, that's the thing. I don't know how these guys get gigs. You can't tell me there's not.
You're telling me Jason
like
Garrett's one
another
of the
guy?
top 32 offensive minds in football?
See, that's my point. Exactly what you said. It's like the guy's not even close, and now you're giving him a gig. Like, Jason Garrett has done horribly wherever he's gone too. I don't understand. Like
I don't
the
get it.
NFL is like he seems like a nice guy. Like the players on the sidelines like him and stuff, and maybe that's how he keeps employment. But when it comes down to his job, he's doing a very bad job. But you're right. Actually, Drew, I almost want to switch my pick to Raiders because of your great point. Like the Raiders coaching staff now, even without Gruden, they're head and shoulders above the Giants coaching staff. The Giants coaching staff could be the worst in the NFL. Seattle's up there with Pete Carroll and their play calling, but the G-Men with Joe Judge, that's a nightmare too.
So are you switching back or are you keeping on the Giants?
I'm switching back. I want the Raiders now.
Switching to the Raiders.
And if the Giants cover, Drew, I'll expect that text and email from you and with some smiley faces, and Tom can chirp it. Tom was actually really nice to me last week, calling me Cam Tradamus. What was it, Cam Tradamus or whatever with my Jets pick there, Tom?
Nostradamus.
Nostradamus.
You can see
Very
the future.
friendly, Tom. I don't deserve that, but some of the other games were horrible picks, but thank you. I appreciate that.
You saw the future on everything except for the Jags over the Seahawks. We won't talk about that one.
Hey, that was a trade. You like the Jags too.
I did. I don't know why I fell for that.
I fell for it too.
All right, the Falcons going to New Orleans. New Orleans laying 6 at home. It looks like Taysom Hill is going to be back at quarterback, but if not, it's going to be Trevor Siemian once again. If it's Siemian at quarterback, I can't lay 6 with the Saints, can I? But their defense is so good. Calvin Ridley's not playing for the Falcons, so their offense is very stagnant. Like, Patterson can't keep doing this. I'll go first because I have to. I think I'm going to go Falcons because I don't think that the Saints can cover 6 with that quarterback.
I'm with
play.
you, Drew. What have we learned about the Falcons this year? Been, other than week 1, a pretty good judge of character, this team, like when to fade them and when to take them sometimes, and it's fade time. We're fading the Saints. I like Atlanta in this spot. Atlanta is a different team as a favorite than an underdog. We're getting 6 points now. They've always historically played New Orleans in some classic games. If it's Siemian, I love it. Even Taysom Hill, he hasn't played for a while, Drew, and he's concussed. It doesn't matter. Matt Ryan can do enough to stick around in this game. I'll tell you one thing, it should be, if the Saints win, I think they win by 3 or 4, not 7. 6 is the number. We're getting 6 points with the Falcon. Let's go, Frank Falcon. I'm in.
We're both on the underdog. Isn't it crazy? I think I saw some stat. It's like 6 teams in the NFC are already 88% chance to make the playoffs after week 8. You got the Saints, the Bucks, the Rams, the Cardinals, the Packers, and there's one more who I'm missing, someone obvious. The Cowboys. All 6 of them are like essentially locks to make the playoffs, which shows you just how bad the bottom of the NFC is. But the Falcons, I think, can keep up with the Saints without their quarterback.
Big time.
Though Winston wasn't playing that great, but that's besides the point. All right. Your Jacksonville Jaguars, home dog. Let's see if you keep up with that home dog trend. Getting 14.5 points. The Bills coming to town. The Bills have been covering big spreads. Last week, they got the cover.
They got lucky
against
last
Miami.
week.
They did.
Lucky last week.
Josh Allen ran that in at the end of the game.
That was such. You would have lost by another game there. I patted the lead like that. That was BS. But anyway, continue. Sorry, Tom.
Welcome to sports betting, Cam. You can go first with this one. Let's see where you're going.
I will. You know what? And I'm actually, Drew, it's funny. My allegiance to the Bills has been way more than the Seahawks. Like, I actually love the Buffalo Bills. They're a team I cheer for, but I also look at the situation, and let's call it out for what it is. They were lucky, but that's the way the NFL is. You get these lucky back doors, and Buffalo looked like Miami was actually going to go at one point with a chance to win the game, and then they don't cover the game as big dogs. Big changes. I'm going to take Jacksonville. They were horrible against Seattle, but now we're getting 14.5. That hook is big enough for me. I think the Bills probably win by a couple touchdowns. Now asking them to win between like 15 or more, that's a lot of points. Even for the Buffalo Bills, this is a business trip. Get in, get out, stay healthy, beat Jacksonville. I don't think McDermott has any issues with Urban Meyer or Trevor Lawrence or anybody on that team. Just go in and win the damn game and get out of town. Bills win by 13. They don't cover. Really close to the number.
I think the Bills might win this game by 40 points. I just
they
think
could.
I just think this is a stat padding game for Josh Allen and this offense. I mean, they've been great, but this is like the game where they win by 40 points, and Josh Allen has 6 touchdowns, and he's the DraftKings guy to own. All right, Tommy Tiebreaker, first game of the week. Who are you going with?
No words. I'm going to start this one off with a bang, fellas.
Oh, the Buffalo Bills coffee mug.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Props.
Cam didn't get it at first. Cam
no,
was
sorry. I was actually looking at Reds. Sorry, Tom. I didn't know you were Carrot Top, a cop prop comic there.
Yeah.
Hey, Drew, he's no paper tiger. He's a prop comic.
Yeah, he's a prop top.
Tom.
We're going Bills. We're going Bills all the way.
We're all Buffalo Bills fans here. Nobody circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills. It's just one of those things. I'm looking at the point spread going, you know what? I just hate teams that have to cover big numbers. It's a problem of mine, but I can totally see. Would you be surprised, guys, if the Bills won by 28? No, you wouldn't.
Not at all.
No, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Jags get 2 garbage time touchdowns to cover the number at the end as well. So with Trubisky in the game. So, yeah, it's a very wide open spread. All right, New England. Coming off their big upset over the LA Chargers that we both didn't see coming, going to Carolina, getting 4 points on the road. I think I got to go New England here just because I can't trust Sam Darnold against the Patriots defense.
He might not play. He got his bell rung.
Fair. I think he will play, but even if he doesn't, I like this even more if he doesn't. So I think I got to go Patriots here as of Tuesday when we were filming. New England Patriots.
4 points. So you got to lay that's 4. Line open at 2.5 up to 4. You know what? It's a great number because that's exactly where I think the game lands, right on 4. I got to take Carolina. I don't like doing this. They were really good. Drew, the thing about Carolina is you saw them last week when everyone was down on them. Now they're up. People are going to be that way about New England. Oh, they beat the Chargers and this and that and whatever. Carolina's still not a great team, but asking New England to go on the road and to win by more than 4 points, I think is a tall task. So I'm going to take Carolina. Despite the injury to Darnold, I think the defense that's the key. Your boy Stephon Gilmore back in Carolina. He made a big play at the end of that other game.
Revenge game.
He knows these guys. Yeah, revenge game. I kind of like that angle, actually. Yes. Give me the Cats. Mean Cats. Cover 4.
All right, back to back. Tommy Tiebreaker. Who you going with?
I got burned last week picking against Cammy, but I have to go to the Patriots this week. It pains me to do it.
There we go.
It's a double burn.
Up on me again.
It's a double burn. I'm picking the Pats, and I'm going against my name. It's terrible. I hate doing it. But Patriots, since that Bucs game, are a different team, man. They look really good. And again, I hate complimenting them. I hate saying nice things about them, but they seem to figure something out. They're playing week to week, and it's paying off. They're in every game and putting 54 up against the Jets. Like now seeing what the Jets do against some other teams that are, billed as better than the Patriots. It's pretty, it's pretty impressive. So yeah, give me the Pats. I think they stomp on the Panthers, who are kind of, and also a perfect road team as well. We got to give them props on that. The 3-0.
My mindset in this is we went to LA and beat the Chargers last week, who are a better football team than the Carolina Panthers.
They are.
That's where I think New England covers this number. All right. Our favorite team to bet on last week, the Minnesota Vikings, goes to Baltimore, coming off a bye. Baltimore laying 5.5 at home. 75% of the public's already on the Ravens, Cam. You can start this one off. I don't know where you're going to go. You going to go back to the well with the Vikings?
Yeah, this is the hardest thing, Drew. For any lessons, we can't give, gambling's tough. And picking winners is tough against the spread. But I'm going to tell people something over time, winning more than they're losing. When a team gets embarrassed and should have cover, fading them again next week is usually a recipe for disaster. Usually. Sometimes teams just get on bad streaks, but I'm going to go to Minnesota here. I'm getting 5.5 points. Baltimore, all these teams coming off a bye, Drew. You know what the funny thing is? In the old days, it was money in the bank.
Yeah.
The last time I checked, those teams coming off the bye were like 0-4. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all the teams that had a bye did not cover, right? So
yeah, I think the only ones.
Tom, you can check out that stat to double check it, but it was bad. Like, it used to be like 4-0 or 5-1. Now it's like these guys did not show up. You think they'd have time to prepare? They didn't. They got out of their schedule. Athletes are creatures of habit. I think this is a good spot for Minnesota. I know Harbaugh is different. He usually has these guys ready to roll, but I'm going to take Minnesota in this spot. I don't love it, but you know what? I think they do cover 5.5. I think they lose this game by a field goal at most, so I'm going to take the points.
I think that stat was true until last week when both the Steelers and Bills covered their numbers off the bye. I think.
Yes. Thank you, Drew.
That ruined
Thank
it.
you.
But yeah, that's why I think good coaching staffs cover off of bye weeks is proven last week. So I think Harbaugh is probably one of, if not the best coaching staff in the league. And you have to prepare for Kirk Cousins. You have 2 weeks to prepare for that offense that can't really move the football. And yeah, they couldn't beat Cooper Rush last week, so I don't have faith in them beating Lamar Jackson. So give me 6 points with the Ravens. Tommy tiebreaker, third time in a row. You come back to the well, or you go into your namesake?
I think this game's going to be tight. I think the Ravens end up winning, but I don't think they cover 5.5. So I'll go back to Cammy on this one. Feels good to be home, Cam.
Yes, Tom.
Give me the Vikings, and yeah, hopefully that adds a W to my round.
Yeah, the Stewarts are back. Bring the haggis.
You guys can both be upset watching Kirk Cousins trying to cover a football game for you, okay?
We will. Yeah. Hey, it's not a primetime game, Drew. It's just
That's
a regular
true.
football game. I feel better about me and Tom. Team
That's true.
Stewart.
That's
Yeah, bring out the bagpipes, baby. Go Vikings.
All right. Cleveland going to Cincinnati. Cincinnati laying 3 at home. 70% of the public is on the Cincinnati Bengals.
You start.
I can start on this one. I don't know why it's only 3. I think it should be bigger. Everyone saw them let down against the Jets. Everyone's like, oh, my God, the Bengals stink. But then they're all going back to them. And why is it only 3? I think it should be 6 because I think the line is wrong. I'm going to go with the Bengals. I don't trust Baker Mayfield right now. He's playing bad football. He's missing open receivers. The Browns can't move the ball. We saw against Pittsburgh, they should have scored probably 30 points, and they ended up with 10. So I think Cincinnati's a better football team than Pittsburgh, and they have to win by 3. Give me the Bengals.
You know what, Drew? It's kind of funny, and we said this on the show, and I know sometimes people will be critics, but we both talked about Case Keenum. Is it really a downgrade from Mayfield? No, it's not.
No.
Mayfield makes so many mistakes that our average Case Keenum is actually a better quarterback because he keeps the Browns in the game because their defense is good. I'm with you. The Cincinnati Bengals should be favored by 5.5 in this game. Maybe it's a sucker line. I'm falling for it. If it's a trap door, I'm in. I'm in the dungeon. Give me Cincinnati. Big comeback against the Jets. They're a way better team. You saw what they did to the Ravens. A team like Battle of Ohio, they would love to take Cleveland and slap them upside the face, which I think they're going to do. Bengals by 11. They cover the number. Let's roll.
Yeah, let's call the Jets game what it was. It was a letdown spot because they have the Cleveland Browns coming up. And trouble in paradise in Cleveland. Odell Beckham's dad now posting on social media videos of his son being wide open and Baker just blatantly missing him. So
yeah, here's a tip. Anyway, I don't want to get into it. Like parents in the NHL, NFL, whatever. Like let your kids fight your battles. Don't send management messages. It makes you look even embarrassed. Like get your parents out
unless
here,
you're
right,
LeVar
Drew?
Ball. I love LeVar Ball.
Yeah,
he's hilarious.
He's a different card, but yeah, I'm with you. Like let the kids do it. That's embarrassing actually on Beckham. It makes me like Cincinnati more, Drew.
Exactly. Trouble in paradise. All right.
Yeah.
Houston going to Miami. Miami laying 6.5 at home. Is this the smallest spread Houston's had to face since week 2? And like everyone's on the Dolphins. Are the Dolphins even a good football team though? Like they lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Like could Houston maybe win this game? Tyrod Taylor might be back. You can start on this one, Cam, because this one's a mess. I don't like this line at all.
You know what? You actually, Drew, by that little speech, I thought Miami was too easy, and now I'm thinking Houston might be actually the play. Like what do we do with this game? Miami's
terrible
so
teams.
bad. You know what? ATS, they're worse than Houston. They're 2-5 against the spread, and the Houston Texans suck, but they're 4-4, right? So
and they can move the football.
I'm taking Houston. I don't think Miami should have the right to be favored. And the fact that the line's gone down, reverse line movement, 7 to 6.5, that's a bait. That's baiting people to bet Miami. Oh, it's under a touchdown. That's another weird move. Give me Houston. I'm going to take the Texans. Thanks, Drew. I was going to take Miami, but I think your little speech convinced me.
I should have just left myself silent because
yes, you should have. But hey, we're here. We're not going to do a show on mute here. Like we have to talk.
Fair.
So yes, give me the Texans.
I like Houston as well. I think they might be able to win this game outright. Miami has you can't trust Miami to win by 7 points. And if 75% of the public is betting on a line and the line goes down, like you said, that's Vegas saying, "Oh, we got to keep them coming, keep hooking them." They want you to bet Miami, so I'm not doing it. I'm going Houston. Like we said last week, sometimes fading the public is the right call, and it proved right last week when I was on the public side and I lost the week. Okay, the Chargers going to Philadelphia. Cam, I can start here. This is probably my favorite bet of the week. I know it's a sucker play. Everyone saw the Eagles destroy the Lions, like, oh, they're a good football team. No, they're not. The Chargers had a letdown against the Patriots. They have to win by 1.5 points. Are you kidding me?
Actually, they only have to win by, if it's 1, it's a push. We're only -1.
Yeah, so give me the Chargers every day in this bet. Like this,
I couldn't agree more. We agree, Drew. Like, I'm with you. I think this is a great get right spot. I'm actually surprised. I thought that it would be Chargers 2.5, 3. They're laying it out there. They're trying to play with my mind. I'm not budging this time. The Chargers, Justin Herbert will come back. A lot of Eckler in that game. Philadelphia sucks. Let's call it out for what it is. They played a Detroit Lions team that left everything out the field in the Goff versus Stafford game. They had nothing left. They were a magician. They pulled out a rabbit. They pulled out everything. They cut the lady in half. It was a magic show. They've used all the tricks. The Detroit Lions and Dan Campbell have no tricks left. They're done. That's why Philadelphia did what they did to them. Give me the damn Chargers. Chargers by 10, Drew, on the road.
I think so, too. The Raiders beat the Eagles by 10, and I think the Chargers are just as good as the Raiders. I think the Chargers can win this game. And they have to win by a field goal. It's nothing. Speaking of the Lions, do you think they can go 0-16? I saw the bet today. It's plus 600 right now if you think they go 0-16.
I'm starting to think yes.
Or 0-17, sorry.
0-17. Yeah, no, I might make that bet. Like, after that Rams game, like, they got nothing left. I don't know who are they going to beat.
Yeah, I don't.
Anyway, we'll take a look at their schedule next show,
and
I think it's a bet for everyone, but I'm going to say if you're getting 6-1 people, give it a long, hard look.
All right, Cam, I really like one side of this game. I'm not going to tell you which one. Let's see if you agree. The Packers going to Kansas City, KC laying 1 at home. Where are you going?
I'm going to go with KC, Drew. Is that where you're going?
Nope.
Okay, good. I like that then. I didn't want to be on the same in this game. Listen, the Kansas City Chiefs are not the same team. I don't know what's going on. I know they're regressed, but also the bad luck they've had on every tip ball getting intercepted. This is where everyone comes in with Green Bay thinking, oh, they're going to destroy Mahomes in the battle of State Farm representatives. Now, it's only 1 point. This is the time I'm jumping on KC. Public doesn't like them. Nobody likes them. -1, win the damn game. You win by 1, we push. We win by more than that, we win the bet. Give me Kansas City in a comeback game. Mahomes gets it right, and they beat the Packers.
Aaron Rodgers, 2-0 so far this year as a betting underdog, and he's an underdog right now. That's going to make him be 3-0. I think Aaron Rodgers is playing better football than Mahomes right now. Let's just call it what it is.
It's true.
The Packers playing better defense, not even close. They're moving the ball better. The Chiefs are just in shambles, and until they fix it, I got to go with the Packers. Give me Aaron Rodgers as an underdog all day. The Chiefs can win this, and I don't like that there's reverse line movement like we said before. It opened at -2.5 KC, and now it's -1 despite everyone betting Green Bay. So I don't like that. But Tommy Tiebreaker, the decision maker, where are you leaning?
This is a tough one. Like, it's not like Green Bay's going out and destroying teams. You know what I mean? So like, this line isn't really that egregious to me. I'll take the 7-1 team over the 4-4 team.
Fair.
Give me Green Bay. I don't know why.
Tommy Public.
Well,
it's Tommy Public.
We'll see. You guys could be dancing with the public this week, or it's gonna be really bad for you if the public doesn't have a
what's your score? What would be a score prediction for that game?
I see Kansas City winning 27-24. I like it, so I guess I would take the under in the game too. 55.5. People are just going to line up and bet the over. Even 28-27's under.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm just saying it might be a sucker total bet too. I like Kansas City. I don't love it. This is a hard game, man.
Yeah, it is.
This is a very hard game. I probably won't be betting it, but I will be watching. I'm assuming this is the Tony Romo game, so everyone's going to be all over it. Andy Reid and the Chiefs can't go 4-5 in the record, can they? Like below 500.
They could.
Like, I mean, that's the only reason I would like to pick the Chiefs, but I just can't. I can't go against Aaron Rodgers when he's just winning money for everyone every week when you bet on him. All right. Another pick'em game. The Cardinals going to San Francisco, laying 1 on the road. Let down against the Packers on Thursday Night Football. They didn't have Devontae Adams. They didn't have anybody, and they still beat the Cardinals outright. Do the Cards bounce back, Cam? What do you think?
No, I don't. I think the Cardinals, I like a lot of players on their team, but as a team, there's a long way to go.
Are you saying they're a teddy bear contender, Cam?
Yes, a teddy bear contender, Drew. Paper tiger, teddy bear, whatever you want to call it. Nice and soft and squeezable and fun and loving. Arizona's still a good football team. Don't get me wrong. I'm a Seahawks fan. They're a hell of a lot better than Seattle, but you're not on the upper echelon yet. San Francisco's in a good spot right here. 3-4 game. They can fight for their playoff lives. We're getting a point. They're a 1-point underdog here. Garoppolo's not great. This team, they'll drive you nuts. They'll piss you off, but this is a good spot. They should have beat. Remember last time, Drew, when they played Arizona? It was that crazy game that Lance started, and they actually they whatever went wrong could have gone wrong.
Fourth down conversions. They couldn't get them.
Yeah, they outplayed these guys. Now they're at home. Give me San Francisco. I know I might be crazy. I'll take the Niners.
I want to go with the Niners. If you could tell me 100% with 100% confidence Deebo Samuel would be playing, I would take the Niners. We don't know today if he's going to play or not, and if Brandon Ayuk is their number one receiver, I can't trust them against the Cards. So as of today, I will go with Arizona, and we have to pick a pick. So I'm going on that side. Tommy Tiebreaker, you're three with me and one with Cam. Where are you going in this one?
Has it been confirmed that Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins aren't playing? Has that been confirmed yet? I think I read something about.
I don't know about that.
Potentially missing the football game. If that happens,
there's no way Kyler's missing this football game. Let's be serious.
Well, he'll play.
I think that if you go, there's something to be said about a team that goes 7-0 and then they lose their first game. It takes a lot of pressure off them. You go out just kind of play football. Now, if they're healthy, I think they come and win this game. If they're not, they don't. So right now, we don't know. I'll take the 49ers. But again, if I'm putting my money on this, I'm waiting to find out what the health status of Arizona is before I put my money on it. But for now, I'll take the 49ers to win their first game at home, which is also shocking their own team.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Do they have one of the worst home field advantages in football? I know the Chargers have the worst, but
San Fran's up there.
The California teams just fair.
Well, that's the thing. They don't have a stadium in San Francisco. They got to go up to Santa Clara, this and that. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. If you're a real fan of these teams, you got to find ways to get cities like. You need a downtown stadium. It's like, you know what I mean? It's very important, and eventually you're going to need that home field advantage to get it done. I'm with you. I think it's a horrible home field advantage, but I'll take the Niners. I'll take them.
All right, we agree to disagree again. I think that's like 3 of the last 4. All right,
probably Drew.
Yep. Going to the Rams, LA at home, laying 7.5 against the Derrick Henry-less Tennessee Titans. I think if you can find Ryan Tannehill rush props, bet the over on every single one of them, because without Derrick Henry, we saw last week he was running all over the place with Henry banged up. So I like all of that. I'll go first in this one, Cam. Give me the Rams. I think it seems like a big number. Everyone's like, 7.5. The Titans are really good. They beat the Chiefs. The Chiefs suck. We just saw it last night. They almost lost to the Giants. And Derrick Henry is a big piece to that team. People say, he's just a running back. Easily replaceable position.
Not him.
I think Derrick Henry is a different story. So I think the Rams and Stafford show everyone what they got on Sunday Night Football. And McVay's going to be doing some stupid celebrations on the sideline.
I agree. You look at 7.5. Going to run to the window to take Tennessee. They could have made this line easily 6.5 when it opened. Now it's 7.5. People are betting the Rams, which is kind of unfortunate. But once it gets over
it's
that
like
hook,
50-50 though.
Yeah, once it gets over that hook, I think you got to start thinking about. I like the Rams by 14 in this game, so I think they cover the number. It's hard to go against Tennessee, but you're right. Like, Derrick Henry's not some ordinary running back. He changes everything. And let's call it out for what it is. If Stafford and that offense is on, they'll shred Tennessee. But the question is, I worry, though, Drew, about this game because of their record. If they were like 5-2, 5-3 or 6-2 instead of 7-1, there's still leeway to screw up a little bit. Because actually Arizona too.
Arizona's out with them. They need these wins.
Yeah, they do. I was just thinking Arizona's going to tail off a little bit, but give me the Rams. I like the Rams. They'll get it done. 2 touchdowns, they'll win by.
I just like that it's in prime time. Stafford's going to get to show off his weapons, and like, who on the Titans is stopping Cooper Kupp?
Nobody.
Nobody. We saw the Bills shred the Titans despite them losing that football game. So I think Stafford and the Rams can do the same thing. All right, Monday Night Football. The Chicago Bears going into Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh laying 6.5 at home. Everyone saw them escape with a victory against Cleveland. I was happy about it. But 6.5 points is a lot of points to lay with the Pittsburgh Steelers, Cam.
Yes. Am I starting this one?
Yeah, you're starting this one. You're waiting for me to make a pick.
Yeah. This the Teddy Bear's going to take the Teddy Bears. I'll take the Bears. Give me 6.5 with the Bears in this spot against Pittsburgh. Asking Pittsburgh to win by a touchdown. Yeah, I'll tell you one thing about Chicago. Fields is starting to play a little bit better. He's getting more confidence every week. I watched that game versus the Niners. The Niners did pull away, but he's starting to be effective. I think it's too many points. I think Pittsburgh, this game has dogfight written all over it. I'll take the Teddy Bears, Drew. Give me the 6.5.
Yeah, I mean, Big Ben doesn't give me any confidence. He can barely throw the football. Against Cleveland, they should have had like 3 more touchdowns. They just kept not executing in the red zone and on the football field. Jimmy Garoppolo was able to throw all over the Bears, which has me a little bit worried because maybe Pittsburgh can move the football, and they have a way better run game than San Fran, which is weird to say this year. Yeah, I think I just got to go with the points. I can't trust Pittsburgh to win this game by 7. I think they're going to win, but I don't know if they can win this by 7. I could see Fields getting the backdoor cover.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'll go with the Bears with you, and I think we'll be both upset on Monday Night Football.
Probably.
All right. Best bets, Cam.
Best bets. Let's see here.
I think this is a easier week than usual for me when it comes to best bets.
Really?
That's famous last words, as they say. I can start off.
Okay. No, you want me to start? I'll go.
All right.
My best bet, bronze, I'm going to go with the Indianapolis Colts at -10.5. I think they absolutely smoke the Jets. I know it's kind of a crazy bet, but it's something that caught my eye there. Silver, we're going to go with the Atlanta Falcons getting 6 against the Saints. I think they can win this game outright. So especially, please, Trevor Siemian start again and play a hell of a lot worse, and I'll feel very, very good about that. And where am I going with my top pick? It feels like a trap, but I'm going to do it. Give me the Chargers. Gold against the Eagles. They got to win this game. After last week, like, there's no way. The Chargers is the gold pick. I think they beat the Eagles by 10 on the road, and it's -1. Let's roll, Drew. High voltage lightning bolt for our friend Geoff. I'll tell you, last week, power outage, my you know what. That was a disgrace. But anyway, they get it together this week.
Yeah, okay, so I'll start right off the bat. My gold pick is also the Chargers. I think that line is wrong, so I will bet that every day of the week. My silver is the Ravens. John Harbaugh off the bye against the Minnesota Vikings. I think they can win that game by 6. And then my bronze will be the New England Patriots on the road against Carolina. I think they smoke Sam Darnold and the Panthers, and if it's PJ Walker, I like it even more. So give me that. I don't like that you're on the other side of 2 of my favorite picks, but that's the way she goes. All right, Survivor Cam, you're the only one alive. I will list off who you've used, and then you can pick. You've used the Carolina Panthers, the Cleveland Browns, the Denver Broncos, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Los Angeles Rams, the Green Bay Packers, and last week you won with the Buffalo Bills. So who are you going this week?
Horseshoe. Give me the horseshoe against the Jets. I'll take a shot here, and if Mike White shows up again, we'll both be out, Drew.
We imagine we both lose to Mike White. It's
yes,
that
Mike
can't
White.
happen. It can't happen.
It can. It's the NFL, buddy. It can happen.
That's true. Okay, well now it's the time for the
punishment. Let's go.
This
is great. I was almost going to do it just to see. You want me to eat one with you? No, see, that's the thing. I don't even care about punishment. I just want to see what a banana with a peel on it tastes like.
I mean, you got a banana. You want to go run and grab one? I'm all for solidarity.
Maybe another show. Yeah, I'm for solidarity too. But I used to do this stuff, and look where it got me, Drew. So enjoy the banana.
All right. Before I bite this, I know Tom.
Do you have to eat the stem? Tom, does he have to eat the stem?
I'm just taking a bite of the skin, Cam. The stem. Are you crazy?
No, you have to eat the whole banana.
The whole banana?
Yes.
I'm going to eat the whole thing. Yeah, in the middle. But Tom wanted to join me in solidarity. I think he's going to punish himself for last week for letting us all down. And he's going to do an Oreo with hot sauce. All right.
Oh, hot sauce. Okay, so but hey, anyway, Drew, you got to just go. I want to see skin eaten too. So in a big bite, like the size of your mouth, not this little nibble. Like get in.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Skin's good for you.
Geez.
Fiber, potassium, very good. I'll eat the skin. There you go, Tom.
Doesn't taste good.
Not great. No, right. I don't know. It looked pretty good to me. How's the Tabasco? Yeah, there we go.
You think that looks good, Cam?
She's covered.
Yeah, just throw it down there, Tom. Actually, it's a good combo. Chocolate and hot sauce. Sounds like something I'd buy.
Am I allowed to gag?
Yeah, you're allowed to have your drink, yeah. I almost want to lose just Drew. I'm going to do like 4 challenges and just to show you how it's done, you guys.
All right.
It wasn't bad.
I don't want to lose money. That's the whole
hot sauce with Oreo,
the
not so bad, eh?
I found a new way to eat Oreos, I think.
No,
move over milk.
I got to be honest with you. I thought it was going to be delicious.
No,
I didn't find a new way to eat bananas. I do not recommend eating that.
Can I take a look at your banana and inspect it? Oh, sorry, that sounded awful.
Yeah, you want to inspect my banana, Cam? You can see it on the screen.
I wanted one more bite, please. Just
one
more. Sorry,
bite.
Tom's saying it too. Like enough. Come on, Drew. You skimped on the pepper last time.
There you go.
Like, there you go. Yeah.
That was a real bruised section.
You know what? You should have ate the whole thing, but I'm a softie. right? A teddy bear, a paper bear, right, Drew?
Yeah.
No, not bad, not bad. We got another few weeks to go. I'll tell you, this league's getting harder and harder though every week. There's gonna be a week where I go like 2-15 or something. Like I just feel it, like just gonna get.
Let's make a rule right now. If you go below 5, you eat something.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you go like 4 and 10,
four's the number. If you can't get four's the push. If you go 4, okay, you're right. 4 or under, you eat. 4 or under,
fair.
you eat.
Okay, my stomach's upset now. I wonder why.
Okay.
All right.
No,
Well,
what,
that's
dude,
it for this.
So you're still.
Yeah, that's it for this week, guys. We're still filming, Cam. Yes, we are. I had to eat that banana
sorry.
on camera.
I was gonna say something to you.
So, Cam, picking the Colts. You saw our best bets. Hopefully, I get on the winning side of this train in November because September and October have not been good to me. Don't forget to click like and subscribe, and we will see you all next week.